just when you thought that the drama was toned down and kind of going away for the Brooklyn Nets, they pull you right back in with a little bit of drama, and that most recently came with the request for a trade submitted by Kyrie Irving. Once again, the Brooklyn Nets are in the center of trade rumors and drama in the NBA. Welcome back to All Sports Talk. I'm Peter Burtonette, and in today's episode, I'm going to be breaking down the trade request by Kyrie Irving submitted to the Nets, kind of what that means for the Nets, what it means for the rest of the NBA, and also kind of diving into Kyrie's career as a whole. Late this morning, I think, maybe early afternoon, Kyrie Irving, it was announced that he had requested a trade from the Brooklyn Nets, or the way that I saw it phrased, the notification was that he would prefer to be moved on. Now, obviously, there have been a lot of trade discussion, rumors around the Brooklyn Nets for Kyrie himself, and then obviously Kevin Durant. And when they brought in Ben Simmons now a little while ago, they've consistently been at the forefront of NBA trade rumors and everything. For this trade request, the early rumors are looking like the Lakers, Heat, Suns, and Mavericks are the four teams that are closely linked to Kyrie Irving being traded to. A reunion with LeBron James in LA for the Lakers would be amazing. As a Cleveland native and obviously a big Cavaliers fan, I mean, you could see in the background here, I've got the Kyrie Irving bobblehead, I've got the memorabilia and everything from when they won the finals in 2016. So as a Cavs fan, I would honestly love to see them link up again. You look at the Heat, kind of a team that, made an NBA Finals appearance, but have kind of been stuck in mediocrity really for the last couple of years. Have a very talented, driven, hardworking, two-way superstar Jimmy Butler. You've got Tyler Hero, who's had kind of his ups and downs, and a pretty solid roster all the way around. And then you look at the Phoenix Suns. Obviously have been dealing with Devin Booker out with injuries, but are still a very good team. That would be interesting to see how he would pair with Chris Paul in terms of both being, pretty pure point guards. And then finally the Dallas Mavericks, him teaming up with Luka Doncic, and the rest of that Mavericks team would certainly be some interesting teams. And I can definitely see why each of those four teams are in this discussion. They're teams that have high expectations, that have big-time players, and that are in a position where they're probably not reaching their full potential. And bringing in a player like Kyrie would, I think, if he's able to mesh well, and I think the easiest way to do that would be to go team up again with LeBron. I know there have been discussions before that maybe they didn't end necessarily on the best terms, but I think some of that is just overblown media garbage, and I believe that those two would really fit well back again together. And if Anthony Davis can stay healthy, I think those three would be a pretty powerful force for the Lakers. But I want to talk a little bit about Kyrie in this episode. He is a lightning rod for media attention, especially critiques and criticisms. Well known for his conspiracy theories and his, whatever you want to call it. I like to think of it more as free thinking. And I think, for Kyrie, really ever since he was in high school, but especially then, obviously, once he got to Duke, he emerges as the number one draft pick, suffers an injury, still maintains that number one draft status even through missing well over half the season with an injury for the Blue Devils that year. And from there, like LeBron in a different way, Kyrie wasn't built as the chosen one like LeBron was, but as number one draft picks, both by my Cleveland Cavaliers, they have always been in the limelight. They've always been in the discussion at the forefront of NBA discussion. And for a while, Kyrie was building in Cleveland, and there wasn't much success, but they were moving in the right direction. LeBron, Kevin Love, the rest of that, starting in 2015, additions that were made, came in, the team made the strides and won that NBA championship in 2016. And unfortunately, an even better super team was built out in San Francisco in the Bay Area with the Golden State Warriors. And so that kind of threw that into a flux. And now in recent years, obviously kind of bouncing around a little bit with the Celtics and now the Nets. And I do want to talk about, again, how Kyrie is constantly, like I said, a lightning rod for media attention and specifically criticism. And I want to put this out there that he is one of my favorite players in the NBA, kind of in a similar way for why I really like Aaron Rodgers, is because both, and I will preface this, not everything that they say or every conspiracy theory that they present is factual or something that you should depend on as being truth, but a lot of what they say is simply doing what we as Americans have the right to do, and that's freedom of thought, freedom of speech. And so both of those players, for the purposes of this video, Kyrie specifically, but also Aaron Rodgers in the NFL, are, again, free thinkers. They, don't really have much of a filter, which for both players can have its positives and a lot more, I would say, of its negatives because of the way media coverage is. But, Kyrie, this trade request, he was finally in, I would say, a more positive viewpoint in terms of how he was being covered in the media. The Nets were playing pretty well, aside from that huge loss that they suffered to the Celtics. They have been on a little bit of a downturn recently, but still a pretty solid team, fourth in the East, just ahead of the Cavaliers actually by a half game as of today. But again, I think this trade request kind of throws that into a loop again. But I just want to again express that because of his willingness and ability to express how he truly feels and what he's really thinking about Kyrie Irving for a long time. I mean, really, since his career started being drafted by the Cavs, he's been one of my favorite players. And so it'll certainly be really interesting to see if he even gets traded, where he ends up. Again, I would love to see him join the Lakers. Let me know in the comments below, either of those four teams that I mentioned, Lakers, Suns, Heat, and Mavs, or if there's another team you think he'd be a better fit on, or maybe your team that you'd want to see him play on if you think he'd be a fit. Again, comment below what your thoughts are. And also, let me know what your thoughts on Kyrie as a player are. We're not here to degrade his character or to go at him for any of the beliefs that he has or any of the things that he's said. And again, I think a lot of it is taken the wrong way by the media and critiqued, I think, sometimes unjustly. But that's it for this episode of All Sports Talk. If you've enjoyed the video and want to see more, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Turn on those post notifications so you are notified the next time I post. But that's it for this episode of All Sports Talk. I'm Peter Burnett, signing out. Peace.